Well, Uranus in the chart, in the natal chart. First thing to say about Uranus is that, well, it's a generational planet, it's a transpersonal planet, and what that means is that it deals with generations as opposed to individual soul. And so its influence is extremely subtle and can only really be felt by those rare individuals who are attuned, who are sensitive to its forces for various reasons. They may have consciously worked with that quality of energy, or they may already have a certain development from past lives, if you believe in that sort of thing. But you believe in yesterday, it's all an illusion. Anyway, so Uranus's energy, however, can be felt directly in the natal chart in the house that it is found in. You may already know that there are 12 houses in the natal chart. The natal chart, the horoscope, also called, is divided into 12 sections. If you have always wondered what those 12 sections represent, they are simply put 12 life departments. That's all they are. Rather than speaking about the whole human experience, which we can't wrap our minds around, astrology divides that human experience into 12 life departments. And that's what that division in the natal chart is all about. Nothing mysterious. Which, to my mind, and I find that really exciting, then astrology becomes the longest surviving coaching platform, coaching system that allows us to live customizable, inwardly guided, informed, empowered lives according to our energies. Incredible when we understand the significance of this and what it means. So it's a coaching system, and on top of that, it's a system which is specific to you, not according to some inherited idea, but rather according to the statement, the energetic statement of the time, season, location of your birth. I hope you're following this. This is extremely exciting. Well, for me it is anyway, and I know that it takes it takes a while before you get a full vision of what this looks like and how it can be applied in your day-to-day. So, to return to Uranus then, it's a generational planet, transpersonal planet. There are two types of planets. There are the personal ones that deal with the individual soul directly, like the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Saturn sometimes also is referred to as a transpersonal planet. I personally see it as a gateway between the personal and the transpersonal. Saturn is the gatekeeper. Jupiter is the way shower. He shows the way to the gate. But Saturn is the gatekeeper. He says, you want to pass by me? You want to get to the beyond, to the realm of Uranus, Neptune and Pluto? And then you have to have paid your dues. If you want to have a little clue as to where your dues can be found, look to the moon. and looked at the nodal axis of the moon, the south node and the north node, for further illumination, for further instruction. Anyway, so Uranus, generational, 3 transpersonal planets, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto. And Pluto Uranus can be experienced directly in the house that it is found in our chart. And some of the significations, a couple of the significations for this planet is that it's a planet of sudden change. It's a disrupting energy. It's a disruptor. It disrupts and reveals. It's like, I think of it as a lightning in the middle of the sky, you know? Strikes. Electrical charge, magnificent strikes in the sky, and it lights up that which had until now been unseen. So it reveals a vision of how things can be. And I think of Uranus energy as like those thought impulses in our minds, you know, those electrical charges that we call thoughts, that inspire, that spur. So wherever it is in our chart, specifically the house that it's found in our chart, can also tell us where we are a sort of disruptive energy in some way, and where we are capable of a greater vision of how things can be in the world. The sign is important here when we refer to this planet, also according to the house, when we bring the house into the equation, because the signs modify the energy of the planets, they color them. So if you think of the planet as the verb of action, then the sign is the adverb. It colors, it modifies that particular force. Interestingly, the Hindus, in their system of astrology, the Vedic astrology, they think of the planets as deities, as gods. And I think that's wonderful, because it really brings them to life in the imagination, makes them more personal or approachable. I myself, though, prefer to think of them as agents of consciousness. The 10 planets, the 10 agents of planets of consciousness that do its work. And of course, there's so much to this, because the planets are also, well, some systems ascribe them or parallel them or relate them to the chakra system in the body, the vortexes in the body. 7 chakras, 7 personal planets, the 3 transpersonal ones, those which are beyond Saturn's gate. So, hope you get a sense of greater sense of how this works. At Uranus specifically, it's an electrical energy, and it's disruptive. It informs, it lights up new possibility, and it forces change upon us in many ways, in that it doesn't sort of force us, but it compels us to, one moment to the next, suddenly the status quo is altered in some way. Someone shows up at suddenly, and our life is called to travel in an entirely new direction. Ready or not, here I come, kind of thing. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm at my car now. I'd like to move and talk. Take care, my friends. This is Bassam. Let me know your thoughts, and a little advertising, what do you call it, the sales thing. If you would like to have your life reading, an astrological reading with me, a life reading, a 2-hour session or 1-hour session, addressing specific issues in your life. Astrology is quite profound. It isn't some sort of, as the standard myth would have it, some pop culture thing. No, it's a science. It's an intuitive science, definitely not a mathematical one in the sense that, you know, the sun sort of travels in the sky and is right now in the constellation of Cancer. No, it's a symbolic language. It's an intuitive science, and it is a coaching science which allows us to live and design lives that work in according to who we are. Take care.